map. And if they do complete the upset, if they do, it will be a 2-0 victory for Hive.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. You know, we're looking at two maps that have been played pretty regularly, I think, from Hive, right? So, hey, if they do take this, it's going to be a huge momentum setter for the boys on Hive. And heading into Vasgar map that they just won earlier too, hey, I think they're going to be in good hands. But hey, we could be completely wrong, and typically the team I go with does lose. So we'll see if we break that mold, break the curse, if you will. And it's going to be important to break that curse because we're about to head into Pro League, and I don't want to ruin anybody's hopes and dreams when we go there.
Not only do we got to break that curse, bro. We got to break the cat. We got to beat chat. We haven't been able to do that last split.
No, we haven't been. We got it 100%. Chat, you're going down. Bottom line, period. Me and Jacob are coming at your throats. INZEM going in big. 2 players drop. And Hive, it's looking much like it was in that PK matchup. Hive is looking unmatched.
Yep, they're showing their depth of their strategy. Lancers being crossed out. Is anybody going to be able the chance of respawn? Might as well go ahead and give that elimination victory, even though that's not in the game anymore, because in 44 seconds, Hive just did something and set the pace against this AMC squad. Like I said, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I think they have the closest win percentage to 100% on this map. So for Hive to be able to put it to them in round number 1, that is going to be what you have to do for any team. Basically showing the blueprint here.
And I like the fact that there is a team that can truly challenge AMC, right? So it's not a guaranteed in this series that, hey, they pick Exhibit, they're already going to win map. I think versus any other team, you know, AMC, Exhibit, map 1, they got it, right? But versus Hive, not necessarily the case. It's only been 1 round, might be getting carried away, but after all, I am looking at AMC, nobody has a kill. So let's see how this continues on. If Hive can continue to dominate as they have been. Bulltalks are down. It's going to have that stopping power. See if it does connect onto some heads. But for Solurs, though, by himself, he's looking to go for the challenge on the Powerz. He'll back up a little bit, but it's going to be a battle of attrition. And player 9 has already snuck through enemy lines. Look at his positioning, Jacob.
Yep, and take note right here. They did not grab the Bulltalk on the side of AMC. They wanted to get into positioning, using their team fire, and you see how it's working out for them. Getting a massive number of eliminations, too, to start off this game. Powerz getting in position up against INZEM. He gets taken out, but somebody can easily clean up this kill if they're in the right position, but nobody able to clean up INZEM. But look at the hills being decapped left and right. Triple cap domination. Nobody able to find INZEM because they're making INZEM come to them.
Ooh, wow. Solurs finally gets that break just in the nick of time, taking down Kenny. But again, that was a great start for AMC. Maybe shook Hive a little bit, right? Who now has to gain their bearings, if you will. It's going to start off with Noey, player to the right. You have to know he's there. Finally, Praized will show himself. Put himself in a 1v2. They're not going to slow it down. Praized might get challenged here, but they actually do go on the inside. They're going to prioritize getting Bravo. A wise decision as Hive looks to close out this deficit. They're 40 points down, nothing too crazy yet. So Hive now retakes control of that 2-1 hill advantage, but they got to stop this push on to Kenny. And Kenny, he's going to make his way through.
And then every time they go through, they pick up 2, possibly 3 eliminations. Somebody's left in a bad spot. INZEM goes down. The deaths continue to be staggered here. But TJ, he's going across the top side of the map, but almost instantly AMC sniffs that one coming, sending 2 members towards the top side. They're forcing TJ back, and they have the time to do this because they just eliminated 2 other members on the low side of the map. So even though usually you don't want to send 2 members up top to take their 2v1 because you leave down low open, you have that moment to do it. You take out TJ, and guess what, Taylor? You continue to stagger the deaths. Through the majority of this round, Hive has been playing 3v4.
Yeah, and that's tough. You're not going to win in a 3v4. Bottom line, period. Maybe a 5v4, but in this new format at 4v4, it's just so hard to take. Hive, though, desperate. They're going for the overextension. Praized is going to be wise to it. He's going to go ahead and take down Noey. That's actually 3 down. TJ's on all 4. Solurs now will also drop. That's 4 down. AMC going in for the domination, and they're going to be successful in getting it. Hive just doesn't. They're not going to be able to come off respawn and get a touch in time. You know it. So there we go. Tied up 1-1. A much better played round from AMC. I say that we've only seen 2 rounds, but it started off that initial, Jacob. They just played so well, got behind enemy lines, were able to take control, and Hive really didn't have a say in it.
Oh, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to push out or pull out anything from underneath to be able to stop some of these teams, especially a team that's been so good and so aggressive as Hive. But you talk about leading up into this path right now, talk about the road that Hive went to against the Knights. They went through all-out war, even though in some of those rounds it was pretty close or pretty one-sided. Those rounds that were close, it was pretty hell-like. On the other side of things, it was a wash in map number 1, and then Rise put up a fight. So I would think AMC maybe is a little bit more warmed up here.
I agree. AMC getting back into the saddle of things. They're ready to go. Round number 1, they didn't get any kills, but now you can say they've clearly turned that around pretty drastically, I would say. So it comes down to this initial once again. Hive is a team that loves to get a strong initial. I think any team obviously does, but Hive doesn't back down if they're able to come out the gate swinging. And AMC, all they have to do is shut down that initial push, and they're going to be in a much better position, I think, to be able to control the pace of the round. Starts with taking down TJ. He's not holding anything back. He is pressed up incredibly aggressively, and that person to the right, they want to finish him off, and it will happen. INZEM gets the snub onto Xplosive. Kenny also drops. Again, Hive is a momentum-based team. The fact that they now control the initial means they're going to be in a much more comfortable position here to shut down the next advancement from AMC.
As it slows down a little bit, and this is where I always talk, this is information gathering. You need to get as much information, where the players are located, what type of push you can make. Powerz gets completely caught off guard. They go wide on him, and that's going to be the biggest positioning in this fight, that wide. But it completely turns around. AMC sent 2 members there. They overstack it. Noey was late on the rotation, so what looked like a great Hive push, especially since they got that first blood, is completely being turned around. But Noey is putting a massive amount of fire down with that retro. Nobody able to push him just yet, but this might be the opening that they need.
Noey's still trying to stay alive. 1v2, Lancer from the back, and that's just, you know, AMC, great communication, counting numbers, but they start to inch their way forward. This is where Hive starts to find themselves in a tricky situation. That player number 3, he was a last-ditch effort to kind of make that break, go for the OE, but he just doesn't have it in him as he drops off. Solurs does his best, takes down Praized, but eventually traded off. There's just too many numbers, too many members from AMC in this location to battle all of them off of the hill. It looks like AMC might be able to lock it in place unless TJ has something to say about it. Old teammate from this AMC roster only dropped off because of the 4v4 format, and he will finally fall. Solurs goes in for the touch. It's all but over. AMC's going to lock in this round. INZEM might be able to get a touch, but chunked in the end by Kenny. Another great round from AMC.
This is going to be looking good for a team like Hive, because even though we both did pick them, one of my biggest question marks throughout the history of the squad, almost didn't really matter what combination of players, was the depth of their strategies and who's really going to pull this team back when they're in a situation like this, when they're down but not out. How can you begin to build up that momentum, to build up that confidence for your squad? And you look at this roster, not very many of these people are as vocal, so I'm interested to see who's really pulling them back in, what type of coach they're trying to employ, or what type of confidence strategies.
2-1 lead. I'm not gonna lie, AMC's looking really good. You know, this matchup versus Hive, great round number 1, but from what I've seen in the previous 2 rounds of the 3 that we've already witnessed, is AMC is quickly heating up. They're starting to shut down Hive in those critical moments. This might be an AMC map. A bit early to tell, but again, I'm just very impressed by their composure and the way that they're handling their fights. They're getting their trades, more importantly. I think that's the big thing. The teamwork is great. TJ, though, at the forefront to be challenged by Praized. He's going to go ahead and go mid. Drop, though, by Praized, who hits the final pellet. I didn't know TJ was that weak, but hey, they'll take it. AMC now, wide open door to push in. INZEM looking to go and put the players in a blender. Great opportunity. Noey will get the drop onto 1. Can't get the finish as of yet. Kenny is now back up, and he gets the trade. Noey needed those finishes, but I can't hate him. He tried his best. He just couldn't get it in the end.
Hope this doesn't become a trend for Hive into this one. They've been showing out all night long. Can't be coming up short when it means the most. Solurs getting pushed back with multiple reinforcements coming off a respawn, but wow, what a well-placed shot by Kenny. That's actually Powerz. Kenny getting a little bit of help, but Powerz there all by his lonesome. INZEM makes him pay, and this is where they have that opportunity, a man advantage. They need to figure out where the weak spot from AMC is and begin to push. The score is still rather close, so the difference is crucial this early in the game.
Man, AMC, a little bit of a decent lead. Hive, though, fighting back despite all that showmanship. AMC still not comfortable, but with Solurs and TJ falling again now, it's going to put a lot of pressure on INZEM and Noey. AMC, they're going to keep that pressure up. They don't want Hive an opportunity to regroup, to rethink a new strategy, to adjust, right? They want Hive to be in panic mode, and that's kind of where they've been. Noey and INZEM forced to go up top to challenge down into AMC, but you already have Xplosive and Powerz waiting to take these members down, and it's just going to be a battle of attrition, just non-stop Lancer fire, and it's just not going to look good. I'm curious about Kenny, though. Look at Kenny's positioning. He's going to be in a 1v2. I don't think there's a way to avoid this. So, I mean, he's kind of taking matters into his own hands.
I think Praized is playing a huge part in Kenny's survival right now, because Praized is getting pushed out right now. There's no information being given to Kenny, but Praized gets that down along with Kenny. So they're able to push forward, and their home hill is being threatened. There's other players on the map, yes, but nobody's close enough to stop this. There goes a big elimination coming through. Noey off of respawn is doing what he can, but the numbers from ANC means they're going to get the revives. Kenny pushing up. Great shot being fired, but Noey answers back. That is a huge answer back coming in from Noey. But the score, they need kills over hills. You can't stop and capture C.
INZEM falls. That's going to better the chances of AMC locking this in. There's just no way. This is definitely going to be a round for AMC once again. And this is 3 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I go back to what I said in the pre-talk before this round took place. AMC in these rounds that they've won have looked to be in total control. Their trades have been on point. They've been, look at the assists, 12, 11, 8, and 7. You can just tell that they are fighting for each other. And I think that's the biggest thing AMC has going for them. Hive has a lot of flash and dash, a lot of just powerful plays overall, I think, as individuals. But AMC is seeing right through that. They're using their team fire, and they're isolating TJ. They're isolating INZEM. These are your 2 big players on this Hive roster, taking them down consistently, not allowing those players to go big. I mean, TJ, look at how much of a factor he was in that victory just a little bit earlier versus Pittsburgh Knights. They didn't isolate him properly, but AMC is doing just that to TJ. They understand how dangerous he can be, and because they're taking him out of the fight, as you said, Jacob, it's a constant 3v4, and AMC, they're not going to lose that fight.
And the hard part about this all is down low, naturally, that neutral is fought over as if there's a big weapon there. But you can't really put a big weapon up top either because of how one-dimensional, how straight away that lane is. So there's not very many ways to change up this fight for either one of these teams. But oh my God, a quick back A from the left hand, I mean, right there from Kenny. And he's immediately going to put the pressure on Hive. He's stretching forward. Triple cap domination is going to sound out for a moment. Great plays by Solurs here to get that elimination, and even bigger plays by TJ. But Praized answers back. As soon as he gets to the, I was say, as soon as he gets to the hill, it's going to be over, but the capture went through right in front of my eyes. 36 seconds, 4-1 lead from AMC, and they are off to the moon.
AMC, yeah, you said off to the moon. In fact, brother, they're not slowing down. They're looking solid. They're looking good. AMC's looking deadly. Okay, you know, I mentioned before, it wasn't impressive that they beat VQ and Rise, but it really comes to show maybe they were able to handle their business versus Rise and VQ as well as they did, because AMC has really started to come into their own in this 4v4 style. They've never really been a weak team. They had one sluggish week, I think, where they were first rounded, but other than that, like, they've kind of always been consistently in semifinals and, you know, in finals, and they're always a talent. You can't count against them, but this 4-1 lead is really showing me that AMC can elevate their level. They can be on a different level, if you will. Getting this close to Pro League, they're taking it very seriously, and you can see just how tight this group really is. Hive, they got to find a way to battle back. They really do. Yep,
and honestly, Taylor, I'm kind of thankful this is still kind of preseason. It's not the Pro League. My prediction's not looking good, and I don't want to start off down against chat to start the season. So
I know
I'm either looking for a Hive to take this victory, or you know what? It's practice. It's practice.
It is, and well, I mean, practice makes perfect, but I don't know, man. We're still losing even in practice. What happens when the real thing starts up? We'll find out, I'm sure, but domination coming in. Will it come to fruition? Kenny gets a touch to keep AMC in it, but for how long? Player 0, that's going to be Xplosive, picks up a kill, dropped in. Player 7 going for a touch. That's Powerz. He can't make it, in Hive will finally stop the bleeding to take a round. It took 4 straight rounds to get to this point, but hey, they're still in it. 2-4, and as long as you're in it, you still have a chance.
Yeah, I think they can easily sneak together another round, possibly 2, but sooner or later, AMC is going to wake up to these strategies and try to pull something different. Right now, I do think AMC is going to kind of play their standard strategy, default everything that they practice, but you already see the difference between the Shock and the Incense, and you got to think this is going to be the other one for each one of these teams. The Incense for one side, the Shock for the other. So we have mirrored strategies, but as I say that, it does look like AMC is going to try to lock down that Shock grenade and try to close it out here.
Yep. Close it out. That's what they want. They do not want to go 4-3. They really don't. I think any more rounds that you give the Hive, again, they're a momentum-based team, puts them right back into the action. With those Shocks out of the way, Hive, they're going to have to battle against that INZEM. They have their own, of course, but you're battling also against a Retro, which is going to have a tremendous impact on those mid fights. Especially if somebody gets up top and is able to lance her down. Like, come on, it's just going to be so hard to battle against. But Solurs, isolated, 1v2. And Powerz, as well as Xplosive, they're not going to waste an opportunity like that. They applied the pressure, they made it happen, and in a good pickup, even in that situation. Again, they're fighting for themselves, and I think that's what makes AMC so strong.
You know, he had a good angle there at one point, but he had to get out before he was taken advantage of. On the other side of things, though, TJ is drawing the numbers there. Be a perfect situation if he got the decap before, but nice damage being put out. He's able to take out Xplosive. Now the rest of his team's in a 3v2 here. The rest of his team has to press forward. We see a down coming in from INZEM, another elimination from Solurs, and TJ's getting reinforcements. This could be a triple cap domination sounding off for Hive. Powerz trying to make a last-ditch effort. He gets taken out, and one step closer Hive becomes, as it's now 3-4. Still got some more work to do, but it make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge, right? Again, momentum-based team. They're now up 3-4. They've won 2 quick rounds, right? They've won 2 quick uncontested rounds. If they put themselves back in the driver, I'll be honest with you, man. If they take this exhibit being down as much as they were, well, you know, 4-1 at one point, like it's going to be hard. That's going to be a hard loss for the side of AMC. They cannot allow Hive to get back in. They cannot, man, send it to round 9. That's just going to be crazy to me. But hey, it's absolutely possible. Again, if you're in it, you still have a chance. A lot of work still to be done, but now AMC is going to have to do it without their INZEM.
Yeah, this one does go. You see INZEM getting the INZEM for a squad on a Hive, and that is going to be the difference maker. The weapon that they have, that AMC does not. So INZEM up top, he has a sky view. Interested to see why he brings the INZEM up top. I would like to see him either play aggressive towards Kenny or try to get some nerdy angle down low, but to me, it almost just doesn't make full sense.
Yeah, I don't think it does as well. Kenny, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what definitely happens. I mean, maybe he's thinking go for the OE, place a shock down on the home hill. You know, maybe take that over, force like maybe a Mr. Krabs. I don't know. And then, of course, INZEM. I don't know. And then, of course, with the incident, as you were just saying, like, utility up top, I don't think it should be there. It needs to be focused down on the neutral. But, hey, these are pro players. They understand a little bit more, I guess, when it comes to the meta. Maybe the scrims, they've been trying something else, but it's a bit of a standstill. You can just feel the tension, right? Kenny doesn't want to push INZEM. INZEM doesn't want to push Kenny, but you better watch out for the lasers because they'll kill you like they're trained on Asylum.
Hey, we've seen this happen before. Kenny versus INZEM. This matchup is not a new matchup. Back when Quarantine was a team, INZEM versus Kenny was a thing, but INZEM finally pressing forward. Great INZEM, but narrowly misses. He's going to go ahead and get Kenny's side of the map. Kenny throws a shot towards the backside. INZEM quickly rotating around. Both of these utility grenades being neutralized by their opposition, and the 1v1 up top will continue, but down low, AMC finally got a capture on that neutral, so it's forcing Hive little by little to make a big play.
And if INZEM can get this kill on the he does, so that's going to open up the door. He's going to be able to almost freely in a way. Oh, takes out Praized. He's on D. This is huge for Hive. Round 9 that's it. We're going to round 9. No one from AMC is going to be able to get off spawn. That battle was huge for INZEM. I didn't see it at first. I really didn't. And I still disagree with sending the shock and the INZEM up top. I don't understand why that's the case. It could be much more useful on the battle for the neutral. But INZEM pulls off the play on the Kenny, takes down Praized, and that absolutely neutralizes anybody coming on the flank. That was massive.
So we're at round number 9. I talked about, hey, you might be able to steal 1, maybe 2 rounds if you're Hive. But if you're AMC, you have that veteran leadership. Got to be able to pull out some tricks from under your sleeve right there. And this is where I always get confused. I won't even lie. I don't know if that's up top. I don't know if that's down low. And AMC is going to confuse me even more right now. I would think so, simply because the weapon placement icon is a little bit higher up. I would think logically that means up top, but you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see here for a moment.
But see, now I could see, you know, rotating your shock and your INZEM up top at this point in time, right? Because locking in those frags, locking into marks, it's just added utility that you can use to lock in around, right? So now it makes sense to take it up top. We'll see if that's going to be the case. I don't know if anybody's there. Maybe player 4, INZEM. Yeah, so INZEM is going to be up top. So we're going to have that INZEM versus Kenny battle for the power weapons. Kenny, does he have the shock in his hands?
Yes, he does.
Once again? Okay, so
and INZEM does not. No, he has it.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting fight. I'm curious if, I mean, he could technically throw the shock out and get a quick pick on the weapon.
No, he definitely can. It's just a matter of, do you want that weapon? What kind of angle? Because you need to make sure you hit that shock almost towards the right side. Otherwise, there is an angle INZEM could still do. But that's what I'm saying. I want to see that shock used down low. Let somebody make an aggressive push with the shock grenade and go from there. Right now, INZEM has no reason to push forward. All he does is have a flash grenade. But on the other side of things, Hive, they have the shock grenade down low. They have the instants down low. I want to see either Noey or Solurs make a play. But obviously, it's not as black and white. It's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, but I mean, even so, AMC, why were they so dominant in those 4 rounds they were able to win? It's because their aggression, like they were taking the fight hard. They were trading. They were playing for each other. Now, it's a much different story in the previous couple of rounds. AMC, I don't know if they're shook or what's happening, but they're taking their time. Kenny, though, throws out the shock, and INZEM will eat him alive. Takes him down. The frags are now neutralized. And it's not going to slow down. He wants to get this neutralization onto F. And at this point in time, nobody from AMC can rotate back because they know the battle for E has to be there. They're going to allow player number 9, Kenny, to get right back into it to challenge INZEM. But hey, Hive got the job done. They got onto E, but AMC is still there with the pressure. But if they can rotate out, if they can take down 2 players from AMC here, they could be in the driver's seat.
Solurs needed to stay alive there. Finds the answer, Noey. Along with, I do believe that might have been TJ towards the low side. INZEM once again extending over towards the top half of the map. So 150 mark has been reached by Hive. So AMC have to get kills over hills almost in this situation here, because slowly but surely Hive will rack up those points and win off of 1 hill. Solurs killing himself with those instants. That's going to be a big opportunity for the rest of AMC, as they know not only is a player dead, but that big instant potential is as well.
And Noey's shock is going to be hugely important here. And there it is, right? Shuts down Xplosive. He knew exactly where the numbers were going from AMC. Shuts down that lane. The instant is also going to be there, but it's not distracting from E at this point in time. A lot of time still for Hive to win this. They've got the win condition, but 45 seconds is literally an eternity versus this AMC roster. That is a big kill on INZEM, but an even bigger trade from Solurs to take down Kenny so he can rotate down and help his squad. Powerz, big pickup onto TJ. E, once again, going to the hands of AMC. They're still in it. They still have a chance. This push now could be very scary for Hive.
Yep, but they can't capture the hill. That is the important part. If anybody, it's going to be Kenny coming from the backside, trying to get it through. But if anybody from AMC does die, it's not going to look good. Kenny has to go. You can no longer capture the hill. 2 players get taken out. Powerz is doing everything he can. Powerz falls. This is round number 9. Kenny has to have a 1v3 go down while simultaneously breaking the hill. And his hopes, his dreams will fall as Hive are now elevated. Complete the comeback in map number 1 of this grand finals to take it 5-4. Wow. And this is a showdown we've been waiting for.
What, they were down 4-2 at one point, 4-2, well, excuse me, 4-1, and to come back like that, 6, 7, 8, and 9, I'm impressed. I am truly impressed. Good job coming out from the boys on Hive. Kenny gets the MVP. Hey, but at the end of the day, it's going to be INZEM, Noey, TJ, and Solurs who get the W. Tremendous plays, Jacob. That was just like night and day. And again, it was like Hive won, you know, they were down 4-1. They won a round, brought it 4-2. I think AMC's taking like whatever, like it is what it is. Let's pull out or disable, you know, then it gets up 4-3. And then you see a big shift in like the play style of AMC. They start taking their time. They get way more passive. And what was winning them those 4 rounds, the reason why they were up 4-1 is how aggressive they were, playing for trades, getting the trades more importantly. But then they changed it all up once Hive got a little bit of momentum. It's just crazy to watch.
Yeah, you even saw it in round number 8, to where it was stalemated heavily in the beginning, where we were talking about the utility grenades, Kenny versus INZEM up towards the top side. AMC still found a way to make moves down low. They captured that hill, and they forced Hive to make those plays. Yes, Hive did make those rounds, and they capitalized on mistakes from AMC, but it's the play of AMC to get that early lead. In round number 9, that was simply not the case. They waited, they stalemated, they went down to try to mismatch Hive as much as possible, but there was really no mismatch there. Kenny had that shock grenade up top while INZEM did not, and he tried to make a play for the nades, and eventually INZEM caught him off guard and made him pay.
Yeah, you know, this was AMC's map. Like, obviously their map pick, but like this was AMC's map to take. Like, there's no reason, in my opinion, why they lost this. Like, Hive was playing, Hive really never switched it up necessarily. Like, they kind of just always played their game. AMC, the reason why they were dominant again, because they were playing for trades. They had that map 100%, and I don't know why they ended up blowing that. I mean, I know, obviously, you know, just kind of taking their time, becoming more passive and not playing their game, but That's a big loss, a loss that shouldn't have happened. And again, I really feel strongly that AMC, that was their map to take. But good job on Hive winning that 5-4, and that puts us closer to our prediction being correct, right? I mean, a 2-0, we said it. If whoever wins Exhibit is going to win in a 2-0 fashion, and Hive wins Exhibit 5-4, now they're going into Vasgar. Again, a map that they just beat Pittsburgh Knights on 5-2. Hive's in the driver's seat. They've got all the momentum. If I'm AMC, I'm pissed.
Yeah, in this map, if I'm AMC, I'm figuring out a way to spread this map out in a way of either you put that big weapon down, you force a team fight, but you have to force a team fight that has a lot of support Lancer fire towards that tank fight or over towards E, or maybe even the middle if you don't really know what to do. But that Lancer fight is going to be the key for AMC's success. If they allow those shoddy fights to run wild, yes, even if they win them, I do think Hive is going to have the momentum and have the shoddy confidence throughout the entire matchup to keep exchanging those blows. So AMC, it's going to be up to you, man. Show some depth. Show why you're historically one of the best teams in the game, and show why you have depth and strategies up your sleeve.
And you know what? I always talk about TJ popping off. Solurs really held his own on Exhibit, especially on the come up for Hive. Well done from him. But I'm going to go back to the same narrative. You have to isolate TJ, take him down. He's going to be so influential on that fight for Charlie off the rip. He's going to be influential on that fight for Tank as well. Power weapon down, it makes him even stronger. So TJ is going to be the player. You take him down, and that is going to be a huge missing piece on the chessboard for Hive. And AMC is going to be in the driver's seat then. But you don't take down TJ, you don't isolate him out, you're going to be in some trouble. And out of all teams, all pro teams out there competing, AMC should know just how deadly TJ can be. He was on their roster for quite some time as the front spawn, and he held his own. Big shoes to fill of mental, but he did a fairly good job. Actually, a really good job for all things considered. This is interesting, but you know what? Hey, practice makes perfect. We were down on ourselves about our prediction, Jacob, but baby, I think we're going to win it. I think we can do this.
I'm feeling confident, man, but... I want to say I'm feeling confident, but AMC, man, it's not over to the fat lady sings. Hive might be humming a sweet song, but there's no words coming out just yet. So we still got 2 maps left. And that's almost one thing I would say, whether I was a player, I was a coach, or being behind some of these teams and really trying to uplift them. It doesn't matter which 2 maps you win in a best-of-3 cycle, because you have to win 2 maps regardless. So for AMC, you're looking to complete that comeback just like Hive did to you last week.
All right, chat, let's see it. Who are you going with now? I saw a lot of you guys switching up your prediction and going with Hive. It's easy to do. It's easy to do when they're on the come up, all right?
Your channel points already locked in.
100%. You guys, hey, channel points are locked in without question. You can't go back on what you already predicted, neither can we. But a lot of maps still to be played here. Good spot for Hive to be in. If they lose this, we still have a Game 3, which is going to be on District, another great map between these 2 rosters. So it's going to be a bloodbath regardless. Let's see if AMC can learn from their mistakes. Off the rip, though, TJ taking down Powerz. Noey on baby steps will be dropped. INZEM goes for the pickup. Noey now going in for the kill, but there's going to be Kenny and Xplosive going huge. TJ Solurs last up for Hive.
Yep. Yeah, I would say the silver lining for Hive, though, is this is their spawn they're attacking. Hive has the neutral. They can go around. They know nobody's off a respawn, so they're not going to be really threatened here. But they have the positioning to cross the map. I know that's a couple crosswords too many, but that allows them to really support, to facilitate as much of this pre-damage as possible as the rest of the members of Hive gear up for a push. But they're also threatening the other side of the map at the same exact time, so they're forcing AMC here to make a decision.
2v1 on A. That's going to be Praized, or excuse me, Powerz trying to keep them at bay. Can't make it happen. That's a tough fight to win. But on the other end, though, AMC is going to have the man, or I said they were going to have the man advantage, but Xplosive doesn't decide to join with Praized and co. So it's going to be Hive able to effectively push them back. Praized on his last leg, throws out the utility. I cannot believe he is still alive, but Noey, he was flashed. He couldn't push in. He couldn't get the finish.
That was some perfect utility, perfect timing indeed. They get that elimination on Noey, so while they push up for this neutral, in the back of their mind, they got to be counting to 12 because Noey is instantly going to come back up, and if this takes too long, he'll be able to help Solurs. Quick downs coming through. Solurs fighting for his life, and he was a player you gave some props to after map number 1. Trade coming through. INZEM off of respawn along with Noey to save the day for Hive as they continue to keep 2 hills in their control and hold the lead.
Kenny holding on, though, to the hill of A. Lock that in. Meanwhile, Hive still with the 2-to-1 hill advantage. The lead, it's there, but it's very narrow for AMC. Every fight matters. This one on Charlie is going to be massive. And honestly, a must-win. Kenny already brought down full red, still back up, recovers, but he's looking at 3 Hive members, 3v3. And again, this is a must-win for AMC. They're getting the break on the C. They're going to be successful in doing so. Meanwhile, though, Hive is going to be on the back pedal now, looking to challenge onto Bravo. And you've got a sneaky beat from AMC, right? Xplosive rotating over, just trying to deviate and just kind of break up the forces of Hive. But now the shoe's on the other foot. Hive does not have the win condition. They've got to get a break on any hill.
Yep. Look at this home hill down. The players coming off a respawn. A trade in downs. Noey, though, is going to get the revive. So Hive are going to break this hill. And they have the lead. So it's going to be up to AMC on the other side of the map to make the move. But I'm sure as this time ticks away, decap isn't necessarily going to matter at a certain point. They're going to have to triple neutralize all the hills. And it's going to come down to Powerz in a 1v2 on the other side of the map. But that's only if Kenny and Xplosive came out on top. But instead, we're not, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to say after seeing that ending, waving bye to each other.
What else are you gonna do, man? What else? You can just have some fun, I guess, at the end of it when you know the round is over. Kenny played that round very well. He's 2-2, but he was winning critical fights. It's just unfortunate he didn't win that last one in the end. Jacob, you got it. There you go. I hope you got more of an understanding of this one. Got a little peekaboo. We got the claps. We got the waving, and Powerz like, check it out, man. You guys won. You guys won.
Much
a great map. Well done.
And that takes a lot of willpower right there to not just shoot your opponent, especially for someone like Powerz stuck in that situation there. But that kind of shows that Hive just quickly dominates that first round. Even though Solurs is only 1-3, he has 0 deaths. He's being the thorn in the side of AMC, no matter if it's support or direct shotgun fire kills. So keep an eye on him throughout the entire matchup to see what more he can do for Hive.
1v1 down on Bravo, but you also have the fight on to C.
Oh, man.
Ooh, yeah, handling business on to Kenny. Still that 1v1 on B underway. And this could be a huge moment for Hive. If they can win the battle on C and also win that 1v1, if Solurs can clutch up against player 3 of Praized, this could be a domination coming in very shortly. Enemy contact! And Praized still in that big battle. Solurs just trying to chip away any help that he possibly can. Praized forced to back up. Teammate is going to be there for some help. Goes in for a trade, can't get it. Now the domination is about to be underway. But hey, C is going to be one. INZEM does fall, but Hive still has a 2-1 hill advantage.
Nice. I was going to say, finally getting that capture on C, getting some points under your belt. But no, he's in a weird position right here. And he's not in this spot to run away. He's in this spot to be annoying to the enemy team. Not a spot really utilized from anybody just yet. But Noey gets out of there, realizing he has to play with his team, go on rotation, and figure it out as 2 hills under Hive's control. They know AMC is sooner or later going to make this push, but it does look like they're going to try and defend 1 hill while simultaneously pushing this neutral hill. So it's going to be up to both Xplosive and Kenny to try to get a decap on this B hill.
Xplosive pushing in. That's TJ, though, on tank. It's the one that I expect to hold it down. Solurs, Lancer out. He's probably going to fall here. TJ's going to be isolated by himself. Lancer fire still unrelenting. As AMC is making some great pushes, but a bit outnumbered on the rotation as Hive will lock in Charlie once again to keep that 2-1 hill advantage. For Kenny, though, he found an opening. He gets onto A, but now he's got to battle against TJ. TJ's going to be on the other side. Kenny finds him, isolates him, takes him down. Now you got Solurs looking to take down Kenny, and he will do so. Again, Solurs has been playing so very well.
Oh,
he'll take down Xplosive
my.
too. Kenny, Xplosive, no challenge for Solurs.
This guy is just seemingly doing it all. Every time it seems like AMC is making the right plays, working together, building up some momentum on their side, just completely shut down by a member of Hive. In this situation, it is going to be Solurs. Powerz doing what he can, getting that first down, finally getting some help. A second down on TJ. He's going to be able to clean that one up. Takes a ton of damage, but cleans up the second one as well. And that's exactly what AMC needs, but they have to keep going. Keep the momentum and begin to chain it together. You can't slow down, but at the same time, you need to watch out for those players you just eliminated as you see them spawning up and flanking Powerz right away.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Hive to hold on to. If they can get these trades, that'll be big. That starts off with Powerz. Xplosive falls, walks in. INZEM, you gotta connect on the Praized there. Luckily, his teammate TJ will be there for the cleanup. Kenny now just needs to be finished off, and I think he will be. Yes, he will. And Hive holds on to Alpha, but it got a bit scary. AMC in that moment could have turned things around. They almost got the break. INZEM missing that shot could have absolutely started the domino effect, but it doesn't happen. Another long round, but the end result is Hive taking a 2-0 lead.
Yep. And this is what we talked about after that first map. Exhibit being almost, and I say almost because Hive won it, but almost a for sure pick for AMC. One of the highest win rates as a squad, or at least the core members of the squad. Some roster shuffles did happen on that map. So Hive looking strong to be able to take map number 1. And we both kind of said it. Whoever takes map number 1 is going to be sitting pretty, possibly taking it 2-0. And map number 2, 2-0 over Hive taking it. So far, they are not letting up. They realize the position they're in. They can't make any mistakes, and they're playing in near perfection.
Absolutely. This is looking good for Hive. Opportunity to take a 3-0 lead is there. They just got to want it a little bit more, which I think they do. Now, on this side, though, player 8, TJ, he's going to be able to challenge Tank, but I don't think he likes this fight as much as he does being on the other side of Tank. And now he's going to really be challenged here. And you hope that Lancer Fire helps out, but TJ will drop. He's just not as effective on this fight as it is on the other side, but it does make sense. For Powerz, though, retro in hand, he's going to be challenged. Noey wants this elimination. Powerz trying to just get some distance between them, allow Kenny to push up baby steps. But Kenny, he's taken down. Got player 4 Xplosive, who's going to be able to Lancer out from a distance. We're going to see INZEM drop as well. So AMC, great trades, playing for themselves, playing for each other. And this is exactly what they need to do. This could get scary for Hive if they can't hold on the B.
AMC know how to put the pressure on. They let up map number 1 late while having the lead. Hopefully they don't make that same mistake here. Praized gets down, but oh my God, TJ's making it happen. Able to get 1. Can he get the 2-piece again? No, he cannot. Kenny finally showing some life, heating up, able to shut that one down, getting the revive as well with another down, landing a massive shot, but Xplosive went down. This could be a stop to what Kenny has been doing. He's in a 1v2 situation here. He still has some damage, able to put some, and look at him positioning. He's reuniting with his teammate to continue this 2v2 effort.
And I mean, that was just a great job, wasting as much time as possible and allowing Praized potentially to get into clutch up. And now you're going against the clutch king, at least so far, which is Solurs. But as his time ran short, no, he's still up. I cannot believe it. And now he's going to be able to challenge Praized, but he's got to back up even more. The job is done. Hive knows they're in control. They've got the 2-1 hill advantage. And now it's up to AMC to press back. And they're going to be able to do so onto B. They just have the numbers, but the Lancer Fire is going to hurt. Kenny's going to be on all 4. Solurs still being pressured full red at this moment, but teammates are there to help. It's a long battle, but Solurs is able to get a shot onto Praized. Kenny also falls. That's 3 down. Powerz last up. He's looking directly into the eyes of INZEM. He saw that.
I wanted to see him complete it, but I know he's just asking for a death sentence there. But well-played shots. He's able to get that elimination on INZEM, but quick rotations from Hive. They waste absolutely no time here making the right play, except for Noey here getting caught out of position. He gets taken out, but the score right now, 2 hills, is not going to be enough for AMC. They have to put a stop to all of the points being gathered up by Hive while simultaneously getting these eliminations and making sure nobody slips by.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's going to be tough for AMC, but they put themselves in the best position that they possibly can. But now you got to get through a wall of Hive members, and they're set up defensively. They are ready to go. But you also have kind of like the linchpin, if you will. And that's going to be Solurs, and joined by player 9, Noey. There's no way AMC knew that they were going to force a 2v1 onto Bravo in case they lose Charlie, which is in effect. So Praized needs to win this 1v2, but he's forced to back off. And he also has player 7, who's going to be coming on his flank. So Hive will lock in B, but still 9 seconds away. And AMC is looking to go for the break. Can they do it?
Oh, they're getting that last second break. But look at number 8 towards the top half of the map. If this did get decapped, they did have a free hill, so throughout that one, it looked pretty close, but I don't think Hive was sweating it for a single moment, or at least in that last exchange. You know, they're going to come off of respawn 3-0, and Solurs 8-6-1, only dying once so far on way of this 3-0 shutout so far in map number 2. And this is just not looking good if you're an AMC fan. All of you guys, all 59% of you might be wrong for once.
You said all 159%.
No, it's regular 59%. Regular 59.
I was about to say, man, they're really heavy over there for AMC then at this point in time. Man, yeah, Hive is, I mean, look, I'm impressed. I really am. You know, I don't know if it's all smoke and mirrors. Come Pro League, they may fold under pressure, but right now they are holding on true. Like you said, that player at the top, 8-6 is 1 death. Phenomenal performance from Hive. They can lead 4-0, man. It's all but over for the boys on AMC. But hey, AMC will take the 2-1 hill advantage momentarily. The big battle on C is going to be there. Powerz, big kill onto Noey despite being full red. And actually, this is one of the best starts from AMC we have seen yet.
Oh, he got the revive. He got the revive. Oh my God, INZEM's gonna be the guy to kill him. INZEM was the one down. TJ and INZEM make impossible happen. And this is exactly why Hive is in a 3-0 lead right now. Their decisions, their rotations, their shots, everything is just on point. And this is just preseason. So coming into the Pro League, I need to see Hive continue exactly what they're doing, being a powerhouse to start us off here.
Ooh, INZEM up close. Like you said, the nuisance picked up and allowed to just turn the course of this round. And so AMC locks in Bravo and Charlie. INZEM full red. There's no way he gets out of this situation. I mean, a cat only has 9 lives and he just used 8 of them, and that's his 9th. He's finished off. Praized is able to get that final shot in. For player 9, Noey, he's going to lock in Bravo for the time being and just try and keep that 2-1 hill advantage as much as he possibly can for Hive. But big fight here for TJ. One onto Kenny. Explosive also falls. Don't say he's going to also get Praized here too. He doesn't, but the rest of his teammates are there. Luckily, Praized finished off TJ, but the end result is the same. Hive still with the 2-1 hill advantage. They close the deficit. They take the point lead once again, and AMC now has to fight other spawn.
While still fighting back, INZEM goes in. For a minute there, he might have been getting a little too aggressive. He's still damaged up, almost getting taken down, but that decap is going to prove to be a problem from AMC. They have to wait and capture it while Kenny also got taken out on the other side of the map. So waiting for the perfect moment. Hive just continue to back up to funnel the members of AMC in, but maybe they're getting a little over aggressive right now. Xplosive making the right play, almost gets caught out. Finally going to be able to get that elimination as multiple members of Hive do go down. They're going to get that decap on the other side of things. 2 hills gone over to AMC, but Hive, they still went off of 1 hill, so it's not over just yet.
It's kind of been the same narrative, right, Jacob? I mean, Hive still wins off of 1 hill, right? Because that's just the point lead that they've had. AMC knows this. TJ, again, the factor, much like Solurs has been, is turning up when it matters most. Hive, though, they're not going to turtle up. They're not going to just wait and play the easy way out. They're going to try and force the fight on A. I like that because now you're stopping the attempts even more from AMC to get onto Bravo. 1v1 between TJ and Praized is going to be over that location. Now a 1v2. Praized falls. TJ, if he wins this 1v2, it's over. Matter of fact, it's already over, and TJ doesn't even matter. 4-0. It is looking lights out for Hive.
Early on in round number 1, it was pretty close. It did look like it was going to be a back and forth action, but just like the stock market recently, AMC has just went down underground. 4-0. Hive looking good, making all the honey in their beehive right now, spreading it out, making it enough for everybody. And I like honey in my tea. That's what I'm saying. It helps my throat after a long day of casting.
Alberto King in chat saying AMC is trolling. They don't realize. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not the case at all, Alberto. I love you out there in chat, my brother. AMC is not trolling at this point in time. Hive is just putting a beat down, a smackdown, if you will, man. I can't do the wrestling justice like Deluxe and Colin and all them, man. But hey, long shot down on Tank. It's going to be the big fight. Could this be the final fight for Hive to get a 5-0 victory over AMC here and a 5-2 victory just earlier versus Pittsburgh Knights? You couldn't ask for a better night.
Yeah, it's over. It's over right here. Just based off that attempt for AMC to try to go in and get that quick pick and come out, it didn't work out for them. Their utility's kind of gone. I almost don't think, but look on the other side of the map right now. Number 9 capturing that E hill clean. So it does look like Praized could try and throw a little bit of sneaky nade on INZEM while simultaneously trying to get that push. The stun is going to come through. He does get the sniper. Boltok shots being fired. Neither player able to connect, but the down coming through. Praized actually does go down though. He's getting out for a moment. His teammate getting down. Praized risking it all. Praized risking it all for his teammate.
He got out. I am shocked. Granted, he's on his last down and out. So if he gets dropped one more time, he's gone. But the fact that he gets out is just beyond me. Great teamwork from AMC, but Hive has netted themselves a 50-point, actually almost a 60-point lead at this point, Jacob. And I don't even know if the lone shot's going to have an effect at this point.
I'm not sure either, but if I'm Praized, I want to give that over to Kenny or somebody. Maybe not Kenny because he's a good support player, but somebody you know, because I want to see Praized with the shotgun. He's been lighting it up. This is the position here. They're just taking their time right now. Praized can easily hit one of these shots, try to catch somebody off guard, catch somebody trying to rotate, but it's actually Kenny getting caught off guard. Praized getting down out. Remember, he was on his last life. Double kill from Noey, and this is looking like it's going to be the final nail in the coffin as they have a massive lead as well.
Yeah, this is looking good for Hive to close this out 5-0. Powerz 2v1, tries to challenge, gets the knock onto one, but not the finish. And we have now passed the 200-point mark for the boys on Hive. AMC's on their last leg. They're going to give it a good go onto Delta, but at this point in time, Solurs, TJ, they shut anyone down from AMC, it's over.
Praized narrowly escaping there. You got Boltok, but he was down, but he gets taken out. Xplosive falls. Kenny falls. Powerz, the only one alive. He can't be at two places at once. Just like you said, Hive will take this one 5-0. They just completely and utterly dominate AMC in an embarrassing manner to take their second E-Day in a row.
It's like you said, second E-Day in a row, this close to Pro League. That gives them all the momentum and confidence to battle against any team. Well done from Hive. Huge improvements overall from Pro League qualifiers to two-time champs of E-Days. You love to see it, and it makes me very excited for the future. TJ's been playing great Solurs as well. You got to give credit, though, of course, to Noey out there and INZEM, who hold their own in many moments. Well done. Hive, who do they have, man? We play against Baby Stairs on Tuesdays.
AMC again.
Yeah, that's AMC.
That's okay, AMC so, again.
Brother, who Baby Stairs? Okay, so AMC, they'll play against them. That's going to be, I don't know, is that like a dig at me? Because I say baby steps. I don't know. I'm looking too far into it.
It's the same thing, bro.
Hey.
Well, I know where we're shooting at. That's all that matters. You gave me a spot to look at, and I'm looking there, so it's all good.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like you said, though, they play against AMC once again, and that's gonna, you know, I hate to say the true test, but like if they can beat them 3 weeks in a row, ooh, you can't argue it. You can't even argue with 2 weeks in a row, Jacob.
It's definitely not an easy task to do it once, let alone twice in a row, let alone 3 times if they can do it.
But think about how they did it. They did it on Exhibit, a map that AMC, I mean, no one really can challenge them on that very map. And they also did it on Vasgar, which, of course, AMC, even when UYU, were so very talented on that map as well. So they did it in convincing fashion, that 5-0. So you beat Pittsburgh Knights. Everybody's always supporting them. You beat AMC. Everybody's always supporting them. I mean, Hive is really coming into their own, and they're playing very well. And this close to Pro League again, that makes them so much stronger than it would be if this was still off-season, week number 1 of E-Days. Like, this is where everybody should be on point. I took tonight as a big indication as to how Pro League week 1 is going to start off. VQ and Rise losing the way that they did, I think they're going to struggle. I don't know if they're going to be able to be victorious in their first matchups. VQ playing Pittsburgh Knights. That's going to be a tough win for VQ, without question. We're not looking at the same VQ that won the championship. But hey, they might be, I don't know, smoke and mirrors, not playing to their fullest extent tonight. But regardless, though, again, congratulations to Hive. You played well.
Congratulations indeed. 5-0, like we've been saying all night long. That doesn't come easy. And I agree with what you said. This is a great preview of what we're going to see for that Pro League, which is just right around the corner. Unfortunate for both of these teams. They're going to have to do it again. So you might have shown all your tricks up your sleeve. I don't think we're going to see the same map cycle this time around. I don't think Vasgar is going to be played. I do think we're going to see another Exhibit, but only time will tell here who will come out victorious, who will be the team to beat once that season does roll around. And I got to thank UMG. I got to thank E-Days, because we're being blessed time and time again, week after week, for an opportunity to see these teams outside of the normal Pro League schedules.
100%. I mean, this is it's always been a great indication, you know, when it comes to E-Days, how some matches are going to go. And at least it allows for more storylines in the future. It's been a great season, though, already, right? With the Pro League qualifiers, the last chance qualifiers, kind of, and even E-Days, watching the teams kind of, you know, rise up, get better, if you will. And we've really been seeing some teams come into their own. Some teams started off hot, Fire and Ice being one of them, but now they are starting to fall off. How will they play during the first week of Pro League? Let's take one final look at our bracket. It was a fun one, but it was a quick one. This is probably one of the quickest E-Days I've been a part of in a while. Look at all those 2-0s across the board.
Yep. Luckily, like you said, it's a quick one. I still got time for my dinner, but you got to give it to Hive once more. Taking this series, but on the other side of things, I'm going to go ahead and say give it to Hive. They're our best team on the day. On the other side of things, we've been saying it, both Rise, both Vanquish, 2 teams I'm looking at. Pro League is right around the corner. You only have a few short days, a few short practice scrims left before it officially starts, and no more excuses will be made.